Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Cameron. Welcome to Scripture Sunday. This is where I break down scriptures that just don't make sense to me, and we can ask these to Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and Christians on a way to try to get them to hopefully trigger some critical thinking. Or if you're caught in a argument or maybe you're friends with one or relatives one or go to school with one or work with one, you can ask like, hey, this doesn't make sense to me. Can you explain it to me? Because I still haven't found anyone that can make sense of this. It's really confusing. And just to hopefully unlock some logical thinking and them to maybe pause for a second and go, hey, yeah, you're right. This happens to me all the time when you frame it in the right way. So let's jump into it. We're going to look into 1 Samuel chapter 15 this week, specifically verse 3, but we're going to cover the whole chapter. So I encourage you to look this up with me. Again, this is not meant to harass anyone. It's just meant to hopefully unlock some critical thinking. 1 Samuel chapter 15, God commands Saul to murder the Amalekites, not only the men, the innocent animals, women, children, and infants. So let's stop right there. Many Jehovah's Witnesses, Christians, Mormons, whatever, they justify this by saying it was a different time. These people turned against God, so God was forced to kill them. I remember growing up, that was one of the excuses that I said to justify what was happening in the Old Testament in the old times. Putting it into perspective, I don't agree with ISIS, an extremist cult, but I'm not going to commit genocide on an entire group of people. I'm not going to commit genocide on the men, women, children, infants, and their cattle. That doesn't make any sense to me. First time I read that in 1 Samuel chapter 15 verses 3, I was like, face ass, the fuck is this? You know, I'm not suggesting that you say that to the person, but that's what went off in my mind, in my head when I read this. So if someone disagreed with me, hated me, or was killing my people, attacking them, I wouldn't go out and murder the men, women, children, infants, and their cattle. I just wouldn't do that. I still have yet to meet someone to explain this logically on how genocide is even remotely okay. So if someone's willing to go that far for revenge, or if someone doesn't disagree with their viewpoints, that's going pretty far. And this is a tactic they're using, similar to like mafias when they take somebody in like New York, they'll stuff their mouth full of $20 bills just to let everyone know that that person was a snitch. They're inflicting fear in everyone else who sees that action. The same thing here. God is inflicting fear in everyone else who's watching what's happening to the Amalekites, so that way they will obey, not out of love, out of fear. Even if God knows that someone's heart is evil and they're going to end up evil, and if he knows that the whole situation is not going to turn out good in the first place, my question to Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and Christians is, would you do it? Is read the entire scripture and chapter yourself. In verse 9, Saul spares the leader, Agag or Agag, however you say his name, the leader of the Amalekites, and the cattle to sacrifice to God later on, and God was pissed. P-I-S-T. He was pissed because he didn't do exactly what he said, even though he did it later on. Saul sacrifices or kills these animals later on in the name of God, and he eventually kills Agag or Agag in the name of God. In verse 24, it says, God regretted that he had made Saul king over Israel. So that begs another question. If God were perfect and he knows the past, present, and future, why is he getting mad? Why is he regretting something that he made a decision on? If it were me with the master plan, I'd be sitting back with my hands tapping together with a smirk on my face, smiling, going, it's going according to plan. But no, he's regretting something that he did. So is he really perfect? Brothers and sisters, I encourage you to read the entire chapter, look into this yourself, and ask questions to your pastors, preachers, and JWs and other Christians that you know. Make sure to like this video, subscribe so we can stay in contact, leave a comment below if you have other scriptures that you would like me to explore. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time I make an upload. And if you can, check out my Patreon, support me on there. It means the world to me if you can. If not, I appreciate your support here. Find me on Instagram at Cameron Fader. And until next time, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video.